2KMC.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have not been playing their best basketball. No question they'll be motivated in this game. Going up against a tremendously talented team, an opportunity to prove themselves and show what they're capable of. And tonight it's a race of thoroughbreds, two clubs that can go end to end in a flash. What is it that makes these teams so good in transition?
THTA. TDI.
And what does that mean?
They have athletes to do it. Athletes to do it.
I knew what that meant.
That's it. Good ball handlers and good finishes, man. THT, HTDI.
Not only that, they spend a lot of time perfecting it. The moment they get the ball, TLTP, they look to push.
WSIDTKH
What's that?
FTC.
Whatever that
We
means.
send it down to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Whoa.
The starting lineup of the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At center court, Teddy Austin. At shooting, J.R. Smith. At center, President Thompson. At the other guard position, George Clark. At the other forward position, LeBron James. The head coach of the Pistons team is Cavaliers.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers who came away with the W against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Hill is out there with Smith.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Oklahoma City.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
No question. The officials were active, trying to keep control of the game that affected the substitution pattern. And look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
And that one, good.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
And Gasol sends it back. Evans passes to Harrison. Memphis moving it around. And Evans the basket on the assist by Gasol.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Harrison. He's coming off a 28-point game against Oklahoma City. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
He's off on the first. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Good on the second free throw. Well, we always hear from NBA players that a win is a win. But, Chris, in all honesty, do some wins mean a lot more to players than others during the regular season?
I know it sounds cliche, but not really. That really is the truth. You may have 1 or 2 games that mean more, maybe Christmas, maybe against a rivalry, an old player. But you have to understand this. The whole mentality of lasting in this league is not to get too up or too down. If you get too up because you're playing against the Lakers, then you're going to lose against the Pistons the next night because you're not respecting them the same. You have to respect every team, fear every team the same. And so just circling one in red kind of shows that you're not respecting the next team, which sets up for a letdown. And so I think that's a good practice to have. Every game means the same, but human nature kicks in, and some are going to mean more than others.
That is really interesting. Nice shot by Smith.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
It's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James sky for the slam. Demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Gasol. He's right around 17 points tonight, 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. That's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
That's a tough break for the D. He took the hit and drew the whistle.
James in the post. He's against Green. LeBron James again. James has got 12 in the game. Evans kicks to Gasol. Gasol is double. It's tipped. Pass to Harrison. Evans with it. He's picked up by Hill. Now the pass to Harrison. 6 to shoot. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Harrison with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
Well, you know what, guys? One of the things that stand out to me is how well their team communicates on defense. I mean, they function as a unit. That's why defense is a weapon.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Gasol a screen. Over Thompson. Gasol no good. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And it's good for 2. James has got 18 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Hill against Evans. Good looking screen by Gasol. Pass to Harrison. On the wing, Green. No good, unable to end this run. Cleveland leading by 13.
Well, one thing I like about Ty Lue is at the same time he's a player's coach. He's also got the confidence to take charge. That's important on a team with star talent like the Cavs.
And Ty Lue not shy about holding his stars accountable.
No, he's not. He'll critique everyone from the 15th man up to LeBron. He still wants his players' input, asking his guys what works for them, what they're comfortable with.
Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that could affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Funny, for so long, Brother Powell was thought to have the much better career, but Marc has made the gap between them all the more closer.
The Grizzlies have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
True shot.
That free throw, no good.
Oh, LeBron James is such a devastating finisher around the rim. Cleveland's goal has been to surround him with as many three-point shooters as possible, trying to keep the defense spread out.
He hits the second from the line. And the old guard used to say that jump shooting teams can't win titles. Chris, that playoff defense was just too tough.
Well, it's a different time. The Cavs win while taking a ton of threes. Still, though, LeBron's interior threat is what creates those open looks.
Now here's Evans. 23 points his last outing. Puts up a three, and he's good on the three ball. Evans has got 5 now.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple.
Goodness. Wow. You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Harrison. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
Evans with it. He's picked up by Hill. Evans kicks to Harrison. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. All alone. Oh!
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Here's Evans, following the score by Cleveland. He dishes it to Gasol. Got a piece of it. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Chris, the team you spent the most time with in your career, the Sacramento Kings. What was it like playing in a smaller market? And do you think that's changed for star players today?
You know, I love playing for the city of Sacramento and the fans. Because we were a small market, I think we had some of the most passionate fans that I've ever seen in the NBA. But it was also tough, especially playing on the West Coast. You're the second of the late game. On the East Coast, many people don't see you. You don't have necessarily the support of everyone else because you're not in the larger city. So it definitely could be tough. But when you're playing a team like the Lakers or you're playing other Goliaths, you love it and you embrace that small David type aspect. And so I do think it's changed because of social media. I do think it's changed because of the internet and specifically the apps that you can now go into the locker room before and after the game. You can get a guy's thoughts right after he made a big shot or missed a big shot. And so I think if you would have had those tools, maybe it'll be different. But I think now definitely it really doesn't matter what market you play in. I mean, we were a small market at that time, but look, since it's been the OKCs and other teams that kind of have made everybody excited about basketball. So I don't think market plays that big of a part as far as your exposure and how much fans get to see you anymore.
Good overview. On defense, Cleveland. 17-point game. Martin wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Houston. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies, just way behind.
And for the Grizzlies, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Well, it's not really shocking, is it? Considering the makeup of their roster, they need a ton of help in many areas if they want to get better.
Green, shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 16. They get a hand on it. And Chalmers kicks to McLemore. There's the dish to Chalmers. And oh, here we go with Green. No goal.
Nice. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game.
14 foul.
And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 18. Back to Gasol. Over Nance. And another miss by Memphis.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
And Corver, a team-first guy, when one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Gasol slams it in.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, it's still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
And the Cavs front office never shy about making bold moves. You think about changing coaches a couple seasons ago, even with the team's record at 30-11.
Well, T. Lue is the answer. They weathered a lot of criticism, part of the responsibility of leadership. You can't always make the popular call. You got to make the right call.
And Parsons kicks to Marc. Great D that time from Green.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Well, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Now, here's Chalmers. Outside Gasol. There's the feed to Parsons. Over to the left wing. On deep, McLemore knocks down the three ball.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He's always thinking of textbook.
Oh, wow.
In your face.
Oh, my goodness. Fella's going to hurt somebody with a dunk like that. Probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
Well, unless you're the defense there, that's getting shown up in a big way.
A wide open look for Gasol. Good, it's Chalmers with the assist that time. And that's 10 points for Marc Gasol. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to Washington.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Yeah, it looks good when it's going in, but they definitely force some. Overall, pretty inaccurate from out there.
Here's Chalmers. The Cavaliers making the shot. Kicks to Martin. Over in the corner, Chalmers. The three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland leading by 19. Hood dishes to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Inside, Gasol. Green with the block. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hood drives in.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Over to the left wing. Outside, Martin. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Not often you see him take that shot. Chalmers has got 5 points so far. Down low, here's Nance, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. Live from the FedExForum, you're watching 2K Sports. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes in the NBA.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
They've got Ben McLemore. Marc Gasol is out there with Martin. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Parsons in at the 3-side. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM, and he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. Chris, during your playing days, you had a number of point guards that you developed an excellent rapport with. What do you feel is the most important part of being a successful point guard in the league?
You have to be a great leader to be a successful point guard in the league. You have to be open. You have to be tough on guys. You have to know guys' personality, and you have to be giving. You have to trust your guys. And I was blessed. I played with some really good point guards that had all of those qualities.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Now here is Martin. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
From deep, McLemore, rebounded by Hood. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through, and that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
The second effort, and it's Gasol with the bucket inside. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Chalmers with it. He's got 5. Here's Gasol. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gasol's got 16.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
Well, yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Memphis. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jarrell Martin. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Ben McLemore. And Cleveland also making a change. Thompson's checked in. Now, here's Chalmers. Here's Harrison. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got his 3rd assist on the night. And that one comes up a bit short. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Tipped away. Parsons passes to Chalmers. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for James.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They are throwing the ball away at an alarming rate. And I'm sure that's what they're discussing right now, those turnovers. They have to take care of the basketball, value each possession.
Brooks checked in for Memphis. Evans comes in for Mario Chalmers.
And let's check out stats for James. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 2nd in assists, 7th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Here's Evans, following the score by Cleveland. At the elbow, Green. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And Thompson kicks to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Evans against Hill. Evans dishes to Gasol. And it's Brooks in the corner. Outside, Green. Memphis the rebound. Evans missed inside. Cleveland leading by 20. Dishes to James. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 31 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Evans kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. To the middle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Harrison's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And the wide open shot from Green. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
It's stolen by Smith. The drive by LeBron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, James. And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human, so I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now can go and get help, and the game is faster. And also, we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs. And so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials, and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
Now Evans. 5 points in the game. Brooks outside. Outside Gasol. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Gasol's got 11 points in the quarter.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
James misses.
Now I think he lets the D get to him there and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
3-pointer. Gasol no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And as successful as LeBron James has been, a max contract, all the endorsements, everything else, he's made his mark with his philanthropy.
Well, Kevin, my favorite part about LeBron is what he's done off the court. I mean, $2.5 million to the Muhammad Ali Museum. Think about this. This might be one of the greatest philanthropic moves, in my opinion, by an athlete. $40 million to pay for the college tuition of 1,000 Ohio school children. I mean, he's affecting the world in ways much larger than basketball.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
He's perfect from the line this time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Now, here's Green. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. James.
James is unreal in fast break situations. Impossible to contain when he's off and running.
And for Memphis, they're shooting in this game 45%. Harrison passes to Gasol. Outside, Green. That three off the mark.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Great positioning on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Grizzlies shooting 47% in the second quarter. Here's Harrison. The second chance effort, and Thompson sends it back.
Look, Thompson is a more than capable defender. He has excellent length, and he uses that to swat away shots.
So it's the Grizzlies now. And again, Memphis no good. The drive by LeBron. The putback, Thompson planks the putback jam. Thompson's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Harrison, covered by Smith. Gasol's shot is good.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Hill over to help. Brooks with no one around. The three-pointer no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one's on Evans.
LeBron continues to add to his legacy, a dominant player on both ends of the floor.
And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low, but as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jarrell Martin comes in for Marc Gasol, and McLemore's subbed in for Evans. He doesn't get the second one.
And this Cavaliers team, for all his talent, rarely in league history has a superstar yielded so much control as built around LeBron James.
And stolen by LeBron. For the finish, and the dunk by James.
Oh, there's no slowing down LeBron. Even if you hit him on the drive, he fends it off well with the strength.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And LeBron not shy about making his voice heard when it comes to moves he feels the Cavs need to make.
He wants to win. His understanding of the game isn't just limited to his part to play, but also the pieces around him as well.
And Hill over to help. Passes it to Martin. Brooks right side. And McLemore kicks to Harrison. Martin from outside does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. And again, it's LeBron James. James has got 53.
You gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Harrison kicks to Green. Stolen away. Osman trips down the breakaway slam.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart for Memphis.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. That there has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy on them.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
Inside, poked away, out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Harrison. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after LeBron James's miss.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
And the dunk by James.
You got to enjoy watching James go off. When he's hot, he can't be contained.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. And finished off by LeBron.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was
That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
And for Memphis, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. To the inside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For Memphis, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Martin. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Parsons comes in for Brooks. And it's Chalmers in for Andrew Harrison. And so Martin nails both of them. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The drive by Green. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 12.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Nance. .24 seconds left to play here in the half. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
In the corner, it's Martin. Back to Chalmers. Poked loose. And so it's Cleveland with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T. Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 6 steals, and 2 rebounds. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
LeBron might have actually reached a new level for how to control a basketball game. You know he can score his points at any time he likes. He can lock down almost anyone defensively, and at times he's like he's in a zen state where he's playing chess, like a chess master, moving the pieces around the board flawlessly.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul call on the defender.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The Grizzlies shooting around 40% from the floor here. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Thompson are up front. J.R. Smith out there with Hill.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
With the putback, James on the follow. LeBron's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Cavs.
Well, now look here. You like seeing James track down these rebounds, showing true tenacity on the offensive glass.
Here's Evans. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Tyreek Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Tyreek Evans has always been a productive player when he's been on the floor. He can initiate the offense and step, it seems, into any spot on the perimeter. But he's been dealing, Chris, with injuries that have kept him from doing what he does best the past few seasons.
Yeah, hopefully he can avoid the injury bug going forward, Kevin. I mean, Evans has never been able to play 80 games in a season. It's a shame because you just see how productive he is when healthy.
And finished off by LeBron.
You can't give James a lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
Feeds it to Green. Stolen by Thompson. From 6 feet. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Grizzlies on offense. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Back to Evans. Left side Gasol. His 3-pointers off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. James with the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Evans dishes to Brooks. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. Fresh 24 for Memphis. Here's Harrison. And again, Memphis no good.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Well, Well, some very valuable players right here. Big men who can create turnovers for their teammates inside. These are the power forwards and centers with the most assists in the past month. Fifth best, Marc Gasol.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And that court awareness is what makes them such valuable players. It makes defenses that much more unwilling to double them, given how great they are at distributing the rock.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for LeBron. Memphis is getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Harrison. Evans outside. Over in the corner, Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Green's got 7.
Oh, that's a big basket right there after misfiring on their first 4 attempts of the game.
Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Down low, here's Gasol, and the layup is good. Gasol's got 25 points in the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Here's Evans. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And there it is for them.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Gasol a screen. Over in the corner, Green. Offline with his 3. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 16-7 run. Thompson. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Tyreke Evans. He's averaging about 19 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Oh, that just shows great skill and creativity on the offensive end. Team's leading scorer tonight.
Memphis has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Brooks, the pass to Evans. Gasol a screen. Brooks has got space. Here's Green, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Green's got 9.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Count that one.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
To the left wing, from deep, Gasol. Cavaliers with the rebound. James has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He isn't.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Brooks misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Evans kicks to Gasol. Gasol is doubled. Memphis moving that ball around. And Brooks gets it to go. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. And JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his third season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
I put my brothers on the league too.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Chalmers in for Brooks. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Cleveland controlling the game. They host the Spurs after this one. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. They get it back. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Grizzlies shooting is leaving some to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Here's Evans. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. Martin's checked in for Green. And he's good on the second. Here's Green. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's Memphis with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
McLemore's checked in for Memphis. Evans outside. Parsons with it. Now Smith defending. Evans kicks to Parsons. Doubled by Smith. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Green. 4-on-3 break. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Evans kicks to Parsons. Now here's Chalmers. He has 5. Fires for 3. Parsons' shot is off. Cleveland controlling the game. And again, Jeff Green. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
It's stolen by Green, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And so it's Memphis with it. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Memphis, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
Nobody near Parsons. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 6 assists now in the game. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's 6 points for J.R. Smith.
Smith pretty clever inside, exceptional at finding space to get a shot off near the rim.
Smith against Evans. It's stolen by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. And the layup falls. And 12 points for Tristan Thompson.
He has come out strong to begin this half and has really found his stroke.
They set the pick. Evans against Green. And that one, good. Evans has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And Evans excels at using his muscle and speed going to the rim. Knows how to score despite getting hit.
Smith's shot is good.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
Now here's McLemore outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's why McLemore is out there. The way he opens up the floor with his outside shooting is huge for this team.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. The Grizzlies shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Parsons for 3. Good on the triple. Parsons got 6.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Chalmers dishes to McLemore. Parsons for 3. They get the rebound.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
You can build a lead in a number of ways. Obviously, rebounding has been the backbone of their efforts all night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Evans with it. Now Smith defending, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Thompson. Korver comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for George Hill.
Kyle Korver, Jordan Clarkson.
Evans passes to Chalmers. Back to Evans from outside the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. Hood drives in. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Hood's got his second basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Evans kicks to Parsons. He feeds it to Martin. They set the screen. Parsons against Green. Martin from outside. It's good from long range. He's got 8.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Gasol. What's the status, David?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
Parsons outside. And here is Chalmers. He has 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nance gets the rebound.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
And Green slams it in.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
The Grizzlies shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Get out the way. Move, and that pumps up his teammates as well. That's a statement play all the way around.
He kicks it to Nance. Hangs, and the layup is up and in. Nance has got 16.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Green. Nance down low, covered by Martin. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
They set the pick. McLemore dishes to Parsons. To the paint, here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cleveland ahead as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. Live from the FedExForum, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so here's Cleveland. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, Davis is out there with Johnson. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Selden in at the shooting guard position.
Some very slack defending, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Davis sets a screen. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Here's Clarkson. Zizic. No good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. Johnson left side. To the middle. Here's Davis. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Well, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Look at this. I like this team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Chalmers. Davis sets a screen. And Chalmers kicks to Johnson. Parsons for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Chalmers kicks to Johnson. Here's Selden. The pass to Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Davis. And he banks in the layup.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And stolen by Parsons. Lets it go from deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Korver. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Grizzlies shooting around 41% on the night. Down low. Johnson gets the bucket.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. To the paint. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Zizic makes it off the glass. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Davis setting the pick for Chalmers. And the basket by Johnson.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Passes to Zizic. Back to Nance. Again, the Cavaliers score. Here's Chalmers. And we've seen a few players come into the NBA through different paths. They're playing overseas for a year or spending time in the D-League, now known as the G-League. Chris, do you think that these alternative paths to the NBA will ever be as common as the standard collegiate path to the NBA?
Well, I think it can be, only because there's such an international presence in the game, and that now you're starting to find players all over. And the great thing about the NBA is it doesn't matter where you come from. It just matters what type of skill set that you have. So I can't see it being other paths to the NBA, but the NCAA is always going to be one, in the fact that guys want to play for their state teams, and that's always going to be fun to watch. But thank God for basketball fans and athletes, there's a lot of paths to the NBA, which is the ultimate if you want to play basketball.
Absolutely. It's deflected. Here's Thornton. They get it again. Zizic with the bucket.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Snatched away. Here's Thornton. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
Parsons on the wing. He dishes it to Chalmers to stop the run. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. Parsons got 3 assists tonight. Corver attacking, plays it up and banks it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Chalmers kicks to Johnson. Knocked loose. Parsons outside. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chalmers.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in. Pass to Zizic. Over Davis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Zizic has got 8 here in the quarter. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Here's Zeldin. He's guarded by Thornton. And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But, Chris, at times, do you think that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure, but I do think it's a different time with social media, and you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure, because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you're going to hear those words.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Three-pointer, Brooks. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And it's 6 points for Brooks.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Zeldin. The dish now to Chalmers. And the three off target.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Korver, no luck.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Offensive rebound. And Davis can't get it to go.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you look at Ante Zizic, the forgotten player in the big trade, a young center, legit size and strength, and he also played under David Blatt, the former Cavs coach in Europe.
Two.
And he makes the first.
And Zizic has a lot of upside. One reason he was desired so much in the trade. Croatian, part of that golden generation, drafted 23rd overall in that 2016 draft, but ended up staying overseas.
Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Evans kicks to Martin. Now here's McLemore, guarded by Korver. In the corner, it's Martin. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Brooks with a screen on Calderon. Now here's McLemore outside.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Oh, it's like he's a magnet to the ball. No matter where he goes, it finds him.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And for Memphis, they're shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Martin the pass to Brooks. Martin the screen. Evans kicks to Martin. The Grizzlies with another miss. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now the feed to McLemore. Martin kicks to McLemore. No good. Shot missing. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Nance. And Nance slams it in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And for Memphis, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws.
One shot.
And that one falls for Davis. The Cavaliers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Calderon, a beautiful reverse layup.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Evans with it. Jacks up a 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really, the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's...
Whoa!
Goodness. Come on.
Wow. And that's just some great vision there from Calderon to see the wide open man for the easy make.
And so here's Memphis. Evans outside. Davis setting the pick for Evans. Kicks to McLemore. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Stolen by Marc. Brooks outside. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Parsons checked in for Davis.
One shot.
.141 left in the fourth quarter. Osman gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
The Grizzlies shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance.
Oh, goodness. Did you see that? Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Evans kicks to Parsons. And a miss there on the triple.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of the facilitator.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets the 3 fly, trains the 3-pointer.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. Everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. 23 seconds left in the fourth. To the middle. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Evans.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.